Good afternoon, the people of Denver in the state of Colorado. And good afternoon also to those who are in Canada, because you must be in my time zone. I also want to greet those in western part of USA. It could be good morning to them. I don't know. And I can also say good evening, you fellow Africans. It must be at night, midnight, whatever. And good morning to the people in Australia and China. It must be morning to you, because we couldn't control the time. The time zone completely varies. The way God has created the globe made us difficult not to control this. We cannot travel on the same time. So therefore, today I'm going to preach about why some people are mentally disturbed. And before that, I have to give a song. That song talks of, I've been set free within my Lord Jesus. So are demonic people set free? Are mental people set free? We're going to understand today. Thank you. We're gonna see the message of today, which comes from the book of Luke, chapter 8. Don't worry about my office. That's how I am. I can preach in the street, in an open air meeting. I can preach like John the Baptist in a desert or in a river of Jordan. But today, I'm going to preach in a, U.S. rivers, whatever, in the state of Colorado. The topic says, why some people are mentally disturbed. Oh my, it's a big question. Today is June 8, 2022. So, the source of this question comes from Satan. In the book of John chapter 10, verse 10, the Lord Jesus said, the enemy comes to destroy, to scatter and kill and fragment the communities. And that enemy is Satan. He comes like a thief. He doesn't want peace and actually a good economy within the country. You cannot fight Satan with your educational documents like degree or PhD and scientific grants. It's difficult to use our educational documents to defeat Satan. And also, you cannot fight Satan with your educational documents like degrees or PhD or scientific grants. Okay, Satan is a spirit like God, and man is also a spirit, but on an earthly body. We are a spirit, but in an earthly body. The body we have is an earthly. Many times you can even see when you are traveling in the spirit, in a dream. When you dream that you are in Denver last night, and you dream that you are in Washington, D.C. So who is in Washington, D.C.? Who is in Denver? Your body is in Denver, but your spirit traveled up to Washington, D.C. Your spirit can even travel up to London in a dream. So you are visiting the spirit world. That's why I said man is also part of the spirit world. You cannot stop dreams. Dreams means you are testing the coming future. When you will be in the spirit world. When you die, you disappear. You are going to the spirit world. So through your dreams, you are exercising how to go to the spirit world. But for any non-Christian, he or she has 7 demons in his mind. If these demons reach to 14, he becomes mentally disturbed and will walk naked, yelling publicly. He can hate people, even his life. You know, when you see somebody yelling in the street, he has demons. And that could be 14. I'm going to explain to you how they progress or how they develop into many in the mind of non-Christians. If demons reach to 21 in number, the person can start shooting people and commit suicide by himself. When you hear many people say, oh, there are some people who are mentally disturbed, they shoot people on the street, in the public, it's because the number of demons have increased in his mind to 21. So he's uncontrollable. Such a radical person becomes what? A terrorist. He cannot be controlled. Such demonic people become full members of satanic world. You read Luke chapter 8 and Mark chapter 5, verse 1 to 20. This is where you get mentally disturbed person sleeping in the graveyard. He has 12 legions or battalion. In Roman time, a legion has 6,000 soldiers. If you say 6,000 times 12, it's equal to 72,000 demons in the mind of that person who was sleeping in the cemetery. And this is a person that Jesus liberated. No human being can remove, demons in the mind of a human being. And that's why many times I say, can a criminal correct a criminal? People say no. Can a thief correct a thief? They say no. Can a liar correct a liar? They say no. Can a dirty man clean a dirty man? They say no. Can a prostitute correct a prostitute? They say no. Can blind lead the blind? They say no. All these 6 questions have no answers, have no good answers. Because it is difficult to correct a human being. Scientifically, educationally, whatever. No matter how many degrees we have. Because man has connection with the spirit world. So unless we take him to the spirit world, and that's God. The Lord Jesus is the only person who can remove the demons from the mind of the person and declare the person is not guilty, he is now okay. Liberated spiritually. Like when we hear, people of South Sudan, SPLM, they say they are fighting to liberate South Sudanese or Sudanese in general. Can a criminal liberate a criminal? No. Now in 2005, the SPLM entered into Sudan, into Khartoum, Juba, Malakal, without resistance. It was this book, it was the vision God gave me in February 2002 to allow them go inside so that they can go and confess their sins of 17 years of Anyanya 1 and the sins of 22 years in SPLA time. Those amount of sins that are still hanging within the parliament of Juba or the parliament of Khartoum. That's why the government all the time in Khartoum or Juba, they deal with transitional government, transitional constitution. For the last 65 years, Sudanese are dealing with temporary constitutions, temporary government. 65 years since Britain led the country. This is the book that brought the people of SPLM from the bush to the cities of Malakal, Juba, and Khartoum in 2005. We are not an island in the Sudan. This Western version came out November 2014. But this is the African version, which I have a picture with Yak Machar. This one came, June 2010. And then the second edition, also July 2011. The third edition, April 2013. I produced this in Kampala 3 times, or 4 times. I used to give to the leaders, even to the speaker, James Waniga, to whoever, Kosti Maniba, and Pagana Mun. I gave them, I used to go and sell to their offices because their managers do not allow me to get in. So I just throw the book. They go and pick and they put under the bed. That's why Sudan will never be, peaceful. People rejected Isaiah 18, which says God will punish the Sudan. So God is not alive. So when someone reaches, when he has 21 demons in his mind, he becomes a radical terrorist. So now, the man who suffered within the graveyard, in the book of Mark chapter 5, verse 1 to 20, this man has 7 legions. And in the Roman time, when Jesus was in this world, the definition of legion, it means 12 battalions. But the Roman battalion of that type, called legion, each battalion has 6,000 soldiers. So if you say 6,000 times 12, it's equal to 72,000 demons in the mind of the person who was sleeping in the cemetery. Because when someone is demonically possessed, he has no particular place. He can sleep anywhere, in the street, in a channel, in a subways, whether it's dirty or what. Because the devil is dirty himself. So that's why you see many Christians, they wash themselves, in outer part, but inside their life they are dirty spiritually. And that's why they can, commit adultery, they can steal, they can accept, same-sex marriage, they can, abort the children and all those things, because they are in darkness. So this man who is demonically possessed could not be biologically treated. There is no medicine for such a person.